Hello, Gun Nation. Big Johnson coming at you. All right, this is kind of the battle of the P09s, and I want your opinion or your preference, which one you like better. One of these was done by Impact Machine, and one of them was not. So we'll kind of get into the likes, the dislikes, things like that, and let me know what you think about it and which one you like better. So let's just start out with it real quick. Here's the Impact Machine version. It's all tricked out, trigger kit. This one has been ported, chunk ported and ported. So it's got the one big chunk port and four smaller ports. The serrations have been extended and deepened on the front and the rear. Full stipple job, full Cerakote. Does have a super deep mill for the Steiner MPS, and it does have a sight here and a sight here. They've been readjusted or configured, so the rear sight is in front of the MPS. Works phenomenally. Get you a dot picture. Some people like to see that. There you go. And I do like that rear sight. It's just the two little peg notches. I don't know how well it's going to come across in the picture, but I'll show you from a top view. But it's just the two little small ones. So maybe you can see that, but we've got that one. So this one is chunk ported, and it does not extend the length. Neither one of these are loaded, just so you're aware. This one does have the full Pro kit in it. The Cajun kit Impact Machine did. And this thing's awesome and shoots really, really great. And I've got videos on it. So you've got that option. Or this one was not done by Impact Machine. I had this one done many, many, many years ago by a different company. It does have the primary machine comp on the threaded barrel, the CZ factory threaded barrel. It extends it quite a bit of distance. And just so you know, the single port, it's not the greatest comp in the world. It works, but it's not perfect, just being honest with you. They did actually cut this out for me, but it is not ported there. So I could put the regular barrel in this one or another barrel and port this one, or I could, comp or port it. I could port this barrel and then just have a thread on the end if I chose to do so. But this one has the Delta Point Pro. I absolutely hate the Delta Point Pro. I hate it. I've had so many problems with them. This is the third Delta Point Pro, and this is the only Delta Point Pro that I still currently own. Do have the Delta Point Pro rear sight, but no extended sight in the front, so it does not co-witness. We'll see if we can get you a picture of the Delta Point Pro, because this one actually is one that works for now. I've just had a lot of problems with the Delta Point Pros in the past. So if they fixed it, hopefully, but I had two take a shit, sent them in, they fixed one, sent it back, it went bad again, had to send it back. They sent me a new one in a package, I sold it immediately. Then another one took a shit and sent it in. They sent me another one, this was back in the day, sent me another one wrapped up in a package, I sold it. This is the only one I have left, and knock on wood, I haven't had any problems with this one as of yet. So hopefully I do not. But it has the stippling on it. It has the Cerakote on it. The stippling is awesome done. I really enjoy the stippling. And I really like the color of it and everything. But if you were going to pick one, would you pick, whoops, again, unloaded. Would you pick this one? And I did not flag myself even with that little bounce. Would you pick this one? Or would you pick this one? Which one would you pick? Leave it below. You want the big long boy? They're the same exact size. One just has a comp. One has ports, chunk port and ports. But which one would you pick? This one also has the custom trigger. This one has the stock internals and stock trigger. They both shoot great, so there's not a problem there. But which one do you like? Just out of curiosity, let me know. But, some people think I'm crazy for putting this much money into P09s. But I do like to make my guns my own. So that's why I've chosen to upfit both of these. I have a couple of P07s as well. One of them's customized, one of them's stock. But if I were going to recommend a company to do any kind of custom milling, Cerakote, stippling, anything like that, I would definitely reach out to Impact Machine. There's a lot that was done on this one back in the day that could have been done better. Not saying it's horrible. It's just this was one I had done like 5 or 6 years ago by a different company. Again, I love their stippling. They did a great job on the stippling. Did a good job on the Cerakote, but the milling and some of the other things, I feel they could have done better. I mean, honestly, this one is not even cut. I mean, this one's barely even cut into this slide. It kind of sits on top of the slide and bolts to it. Where Scott at Impact Machine, like they should have done on this first black one, look how deep that is. It goes all the way to the damn window. And they're the same guns. So this just shows how deep a custom person that really knows what they're doing can get a CZ without damaging any internals in the gun. And this was somebody said that they could do it, but didn't really mill it very deep at all. So, and again, the Delta Point Pro is a big optic, but they could have gotten it a lot lower. And again, this was 5 or 6 years ago, so maybe the technology of milling it has came a long way. So I don't know. But they both shoot fabulous, so don't get me wrong. But I do want to know if you want me to compare the P09 comp to the P09 chunk port / ports, because I haven't done that yet. And I want to see which one shoots flatter and which one shoots better. So let me know down below. I appreciate y'all as always, but if you are needing something from Impact Machine, milling, optic plates, Cerakote, stippling, I will leave their link below, but you can also use my code. It's BJGG10 for 10% off everything. So I appreciate y'all so much. Remember, an unarmed nation's a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on.